Let's get this video started. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me. Yep. Alright guys, so today, well actually it was yesterday. Yesterday I went to the library. Today I'm making this video because I was supposed to make it yesterday, but the lighting everywhere was just bad. The lighting now is not as bad, but it's still kind of bad. Like, it's not that natural lighting. So, it's okay. It's okay. So, I went to the library yesterday. About time, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all know I've been stuck on that summer reading for the longest time. Got a boogie. As I was saying, so y'all know I've been stuck on this summer reading and I finally finished it. So now I have the rest of the summer, which is like a month, to read a book that I finally want to read because I have been waiting for this day. I have been waiting for this day. Well, actually yesterday, because I went to the library yesterday. So this is basically a book haul because I've got 5 books. And I started reading like the majority of them, and so far I'm really only interested in like one of them, and I'm gonna tell you guys all about it. So let's go on ahead to our first book. It's this one. Oh, you guys are like in my shelf because I didn't want to put y'all up on the windowsill again. We didn't want to go through that. So it's this one. This one's called Vampire Hunter D. Vampire Hunter D, yes. And I started reading the first page. Sorry, my nail polish is peeling off. But, yeah, so this is like the whole description. So from what I read, it's basically like this girl who was bitten by a vampire. And now she's either going to be, stalked by her fellow villagers, or she's going to become the bride of an unholy creature. And this all takes place in 12,090 AD. That was a long time ago. So I read this actually was a book that was recommended to me by the lady at the library. I honestly would have looked at this and I would have been like, no. Because there's like the covering of it. It's not as pretty as all the other covers that I have. So I was just kind of like, I don't know. But you know what they say. So, got this book. I read the first page. Kinda. And then I read the second page. And then I read, just the first and the second page. And then I stopped reading it because I wanted to see what my other books were about. So this is the first book. I'm not really going to give you like a review on it because I haven't even read it. But like, it's nice to hold. Moving on to the second book now. This one's called Fear the Drowning Deep. And the cover looks like this. Way prettier, way more pretty. So I read the description on this book, and this book is basically, about a girl who watched her grandfather walk off a pier and drown, and there's basically some kind of creature in the water that's causing, people to just walk and drown to their deaths. And then this guy shows up. I think that's what this one is. I think this one is the one where the guy shows up. Yes. So some guy shows up. He doesn't know where he's from, where he's been. Doesn't even know his name. And everybody suspects him as the creature that's out here murdering people. But he's like, I don't think that's true. But he's got some kind of secret. It's just not that one. So I didn't even start reading this book yet. But I'm going to eventually. So not much on this because I didn't start. Oh, this one is also fantasy. The last one didn't say on the side, but this one's fantasy because y'all already know what kind of situations I like. So this one's a fantasy book. I believe this is like, yeah, this one's fantasy fiction because I found it in the fiction section at my library. It's fantasy fiction. Y'all already know. I say it in like all my videos. I'm a fantasy fiction type of gal. Okay, in this one, the next book is called One Blood Ruby. I actually forgot what this one was about. This one is also fantasy fiction. I actually don't remember what this one was supposed to be about. Oh, so this one is more of a talking about fays and fairies and half human, half fairy situations. Oh, so it's like politics. It's like a monarch politic fairy type situation. So like in this make-believe world, they have a monarch and and then the humans know about him, so they're just kind of warring back and forth. And the next queen in line is trying to get peace and harmony, and they're all like, "That's not fitting to work here, sis." So yeah, they have some organization that's trying to discourage the peace because they want to have fighting, they want to wage wars and stuff. So that's what they're doing. So this is One Blood Ruby. I actually haven't started reading this one either. But whenever I do, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Somewhere. On something. So that's that book. So that's third book down. On to the fourth book. Book number 4 is called 3 Dark Crowns. The cover looks like it's blinding everyone. The cover looks like this. That didn't even help. Like this light right here is like throwing me left. So it looks like this. 3 Dark Crowns. So I actually did start reading this book and I didn't even get past chapter 1. I think I got like a couple of pages in. So like chapter 1 is obviously extremely long for no reason. Which, you know, they got to get all the information out there. So it's basically about 3 triplets. So I'm going to start from there. There are 3 triplets and they're each equally eligible to be queen, right? So they're all girls, they're 3 triplets, and each one of them has a different power. So one's a poisoner, one's a naturalist, and one's an elemental. Controls fire, can make the prettiest roses, and kills people. So it starts off in third person. I believe it's third person. I got a tissue, you guys, as my bookmark because I couldn't find a bookmark. So this is actually in third person. Yes. Yeah, so it starts off in third person, and it starts off from this crown down here, the poisoner. It starts from her area where she's at, because they're all split up, and when they all turn 16, they'll have to fight each other to the death for the throne. And basically each queen is training to kill the other 2 sisters so that they can be crowned queen. And in the book it says that the poisoners are the ones that are always on the throne. So I'm like, can't y'all give somebody else a turn? Like, it's not that serious. But so far, the main character, Catherine. I don't know why I wanted to say Lily Water. That's in the other book. I don't even think it's Lily Water. It's Lily something in the other book that I just showed you guys, the third book. But this is the fourth book. And so Catherine is basically like letting her whole group down, the people that are raising her to beat the other 2 queens. Because she's skinny and she's skinny and weak looking, and they're poisoning her. So I'm like, how do you expect it? Like, she looks like she's been poisoned because they're poisoning her with every poison in the book so that she can sustain poison. But so far, it's a really good book. I'm not gonna lie. On to book number 5. Book number 5 is the final book, but it certainly will not be the last book. It is for today, but you guys know I'm always reading a book. So, book number 5 is called The Abused Werewolf Rescue Group. Now, when I saw this in the library, I had to pick it up because I was like, abused werewolf rescue group? So I was like, rescuing from who? Who's been abused and who's a werewolf? So, you know, I had to pick this book up. So I read it, and I actually read this book today, and I got to chapter 2. I was reading it at the doctor's office because doctor's office be boring. So I read it at the doctor's office, and it basically just starts off leaving you with a whole bunch of questions. Even though it tells you like what it's about, it's basically like this Tobias kid who wakes up in a hospital with no memory, and then later on he finds out that he's a werewolf, and everybody else is like, hey, we need your help because you're a werewolf, and you know, we homies, you know, we gotta stick together. And he's like, no, you're crazy, I'm not a werewolf, I just got into some serious accident where I was found in the dingo pen. In the dingo pen. Yeah. You should get some help, sweetie. So that's basically how this started. It started with him in the hospital, and his mom is very consistent with him trying to say that he's on drugs. He's not. He's a werewolf. But his mom doesn't know that, neither does he. But he's like, I don't remember anything, but I do know I would never do drugs because in the past, just smoking a cigarette and drinking a lot of whatever it was is terrible. So why would I go out and do drugs and pull something like this? Doesn't make any sense. But so far, this one, you guys, is actually my favorite book so far that I actually like. And it's actually in first person point of view. I think it is. Yeah, it has a lot of I in here. Yeah. Yeah, he's just like, I like this character. He's just very blunt about everything. Like, he started chapter 2 off by saying, I probably should explain to you why my dad isn't there. It's because he's dead. It's like, whoa. Whoa. Calm down. It's okay. He was like, no, not my real father. He's somewhere alive. He could be. I don't know. But my adoptive father died. It's like, oh. Sorry to hear that. But you're just going on and on and on. So, this book actually isn't that bad. And I'll probably keep reading this until the end. And then I'll probably do a book review on it. That is it for this video, guys. Those are my 5 books that I got from the library yesterday. And I will probably do a book review on maybe 1 or 2 of them if I finish them. And even if I don't, I'll tell you how it is so far and if I would recommend it or if I wouldn't. Or I probably would if, like, who am I to tell you that you can't read a book? Exactly. So, be on the lookout for that. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. You can comment if you want to. You can subscribe if you want to. You can turn on the notifications if you want to. You can like it if you want to. And if that's all, then I'll see you guys in my next video.